Now, I have targeted specific people that carry these messages to other platforms. I said I didn't want to do it because I'm sticking to the loyalty that I have for my brother, and that I wouldn't take a dime. I wouldn't take a dime from nobody. So I don't want to get paid from nobody. I'm not doing this. This is real life. This is not no big old get money rich scheme. This ain't what this is. So let me be clear. The things that I'm saying is real life. It's not a game. It's not a game. I know you take it as such, but this is not a game. So for clarity's sake, let me clear something up for you. This host that's playing my video in the background, right? Let this be known to you. Number one, I haven't lied about anything. I have no reason to lie about. You have every reason not to believe me, but I guarantee you it's because of bias that you hold for my brother. That's the only reason why you go not believe me. You don't have no reason to believe me because I don't know you and you don't know me, right? So I'm specifically targeting people who are making my business personal. That's personal, making it their business to get involved with something that they don't know. Okay? So when I address someone, I don't even address none of his perceived ops. I said that I ain't having no problems with nobody unless they mentioning things to me. Now, what you guys don't see, and I'm going to reiterate this to the crowd of people that get this information in other platforms. Okay, let me reiterate this. I have right now over 800 people who are trying to follow my page. Okay? It's still over 8. I'm going to send that later on. I'm going to show you that there is over 800 people trying to follow my page. Okay? It was one person that I followed today because and I let follow me, and it was because she has been sending me inspirational things. She has been sending me positive things, and I felt incumbent upon as a person that I feel was supporting my brother. I felt that it was right for me to allow her to come in and maybe ask a question or send, because she's been totally positive. She hasn't been biased. She's been prayerful, and she keeps that energy that I want to have for this situation. I never changed in anything. If you know me, you know I stand up for what's right. That's just it. I'm going to stand up for what's right. This is my personal business. You made my personal business something for entertainment because you collecting beans, you collecting money for things that I'm not collecting no money for this. This is pure passion. So for anyone to tell me that I cannot speak on things that is my business and everybody else can talk about me and bring me up and say all these things about me, and I don't have a right to come out and say, then what gives you a right to come out and take my videos and make content on my videos and make money off me? That makes absolutely no sense, right? You tired of seeing me? You don't have to see me. You don't have to put me on your platform, right? You can hear from someone else. You know, if you have a bias for my brother and you support my brother, and it's funny to me, the only people that's attacking me is the people that's supposed to be people that support my brother. Now, y'all gonna go into how we look, how he look, listen. You know, for number one, I don't have an affection for men anyway, right? I don't care what no other man say about how I look or what you think I look like. So what? So what? You know, I think the quality of a man is what's on the inside of a man anyway. And if you don't have any substance on the inside, it don't matter how you look on the outside. It makes no difference. None at all. So, I mean, that's a shallow-minded person to only think in terms of what's on the outside of people and not what's on the inside. It's from the inside out, you know. So I know people have their preference, and I certainly have mine, and you know that's. But like I said, like, you know, if you think it's a shot that I say that I'm a married man to my brother, then I think that you just, it's something wrong with you, right? I don't know if marriage works for somebody who's never been married before either. That's kind of weird for somebody to say something about marriage and they're not married. Don't give me a perspective on marriage if you're not married. Your perspective has a limited viewpoint because it's based off how you feel and not your own experience. So, I mean, as far as what y'all think about me and my mother, I'm honest. I mean, when Keith did it, it was fine. When my brother came out and spoke about, and see, that's what I be saying. When people hold a bias for somebody, they can say anything and they don't hold them accountable for it. But when you say it, it's like, oh, you talking about your mama, you doing this. It's my mama. Everybody's mama is not a good mama. You can't have everybody's dad, but we think that, right? Now, you don't hear a lot of people saying things about their dads. Right? You don't hear nobody saying nothing about dad. When somebody say something against their dad, it's cool. But when you say it against your mom, it's different. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is we don't have a good relationship. We never had one. And my brother has expressed that as well. Okay? So another thing that you don't know, like you trying to go with this mindset, and this is why I say a lot of people be misled because, number one, I would never post a video or a picture in my phone. I guarantee Miss White know and my mom know that there was a camera in there, and I didn't place it in there, and nobody, I'm doing good, and nobody, broke HIPAA laws to give me that information. I had the information. I'm not going to say how I got the information, but I had the information unbeknownst to those people that was in that room, because if they knew it, they would have changed the information that I had. But God does things for a reason, and that's why it's being done. A lot of things you don't see about my mom, I care not to go into that, but I mean, just for the sake of me getting a restraining order on anybody, I've never had a restraining order on anybody. I've never had a restraining order on anybody in my life. So for me to get a restraining order, you know it had to be severe. And that's not the only person that got a restraining order. That's the first one so far. It's another one coming up. And basically, that's really for their protection, not mine. Because I don't care. I don't care about what people think about that. You're not in my relationship. You don't know my mom, and if you don't know my mom, if you know my, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people ain't been through the same experiences that I've been through with my mom. Okay. So, and if I told you, you would know why. But I'm not go do that. Right? And then you said I was a liar because somebody came on your show and they said, well, I thought he said that he spoke for his mom. He told his mom told the nurse that he can speak for him. Yes, that was on the June 7th when the accident happened. That was the first time I had seen my mom in a couple of months. That was the first time. She came up. When I came to the hospital, I seen her. And I hadn't talked to her in a while because of the situation that was going on, that I got the PPO for. Right? And she gave me a hug because there was something that happened. I went in, and I know who was there initially. I know, and it was baby mamas there that I greeted, and I talked to the kids. Some of the kids were there. Some people. My uncle was there. My mom was there, and Shay was there. So when I got in there, I was one of the 3 people that was back and speaking to the nurse. I was. Now that was before the actual the restraining order came into play, because the restraining order didn't come until well later on. So I'm not going up to the hospital because I don't know. I'm not speaking to none of the people that's involved, and you don't know all the people. I never told you all the people. I told you 2 of the people, but I didn't tell you all of the people. So you will not know that. I won't tell you who the 3rd person or the 4th person or the 5th person was. I'm not going to tell you that. But all you need to know is if you go back and look at my videos, you go see that I have not lied, not once. As far as me giving updates about what's going on now, I already confirmed that. It's another video prior to this one. I told you exactly what was going on in that video, that last video. And what I saw, I didn't have to see anything else, because now the cameras is disengaged. But what I saw, it confirmed to me that my prayers were being answered. And furthermore, I have other family members that's able to get information, so they give me information. And like I said, if I'm the person that everybody is saying that I am, then there has been no family member, and I can guarantee you this. I'm his only brother by his mother. I have family on this page. They watch this stuff. They watch what I say, right? And nobody else has came out and said nothing. They haven't come out and said nothing to me, because they know the things that I'm saying is true. They know the things. In fact, I know one of the people that know that I know now. He knows. And he's a family member. That's all I'm going to say. He's a close family member. And I'm talking about close. Right? So if I'm on here lying about anything, these people will let you know that. They gonna let me know. I ain't got nothing but love from my family. All my family is supporting me. All my family is. And even now, look, we getting. This is why I'm saying this. Like, y'all don't see what people are sending me, right? Not that I'm concerned about it. You gotta realize that I'm a veteran of the United States Army. I've been in war. So this is small. Talking about personal stuff and all that, that ain't no big thing. But when you start shooting, when you start doing something, I'm ready whichever way it go. That's right. I'm ready whichever way it go with that. But, you know, it ain't gonna be like that, because I ain't out here trying to do anything. I'm just in support of my brother. Y'all talking about I'm clout chasing, man. Like I said, I mean, I'm not even gonna address that no more, but I'm saying, like I said, I can say what I want to say whenever I want to say it. You ain't got to watch it. If you don't want to, if you think that you tired of watching me, why are you watching me? Why are you taking your time to come to my IG page and screen record anything that I'm saying, or take a video? Now you have to go to one of 2 people now, because 2 people is screen recording I know who the 2 people are, and that's putting the information out. Everybody else I siphoned out. I needed these 2 people to do this, because I wasn't going to do it. I'm not going to try to make a dime off of this. I said, if I make a dime off of this, may I go to hell. I said that. I said, I'm not doing, see, y'all doing this for games and money. I'm not doing this for games and money. So you can't see it from my perspective, and you talking about I'm lying and you don't have no information. You speculating. That's speculation. That's even in the court of law. It's speculation. It can't be used. It has to be something that's substantiated, not opinions by other people. How you think somebody look or how you feel about a person. There's no credibility in that. I have facts, bro. I got facts. I'm not giving you opinions. Y'all don't know how me and my brother's relationship is. And obviously, if all of those things was a factor, like y'all saying it was, and he didn't mess with me, I was the last person he was with before he had his accident. I was the last person that he was with before he had his accident. As far as family members is concerned, I was the last one he was with. And he was on his way to my uncle's house when he had the accident. My uncle stayed over there, around that area where he got in the accident. Right? So that's what you don't know. You don't have no facts. You have your bias of what you think about my brother and all this stuff. And you know what? Like, y'all basing things off something is just opinions and what you think. I don't care about how you think I look. I don't care about that. I don't care. You think I care when I came out? I don't care. You know, I don't care about nobody and what they think I look like. What difference do it make? I came out here as myself. I ain't got to be the finest man in the world. I ain't trying to. So what? I bet you can't. Listen, real talk, when it come to me, if you know me as a person, I ain't even gonna say it because I ain't even, it ain't even worth me even saying it. But, cause I'm not ill-modest. I don't speak, I don't brag or boast. I ain't never been that kind of person. I ain't never been the kind of person that I got to go out and get a whole bunch of earrings and chains and do all this stuff. I got custody of my kids. That should tell you a lot. A black man with custody of his kids, 3 kids, from a woman that's not doing drugs or don't drink alcohol. I got the kids in my home. Right? So I ain't concerned about what nobody talking about when they talk about me, man. The measure of the man that I am, the quality of the man that I am is way higher than what you think it is, because with all the hate you said my brother had for me, and he didn't mess with me, he was with me and we spent time together. So obviously it couldn't be as bad as y'all trying to make it out to be. But y'all got to be to make it fit a narrative. Y'all trying to make me out to be a liar. You can't find me to be a liar in nothing that you said. If you go back and fact check everything that I said, is if you really here for the information that you want to be here for, you going to have it, because I gave you everything. You already know it was something going on with my mom, because it was already posted on YouTube. Somebody had it's on my page too. Somebody had took something that I said months ago about something that happened, and they put it out on YouTube. So what I was talking about in that situation, that was the reason why I got the restraining order, amongst many other things. But I had told y'all that in so many ways. I just didn't come out and say it. Right? Y'all being strung along. I ain't being strung along because I got the information, and the person who has the information controls the narrative. None of these people that you're talking about has no justification for the things that they saying as fact, because they never refuted anything that I said. They never rebutted anything that I said. And when I came out against KOB, I came out against KOB because he put my mother's name on it. This is a man who lived with my brother. A man who lived with my brother is talking about me and my mom? What would you do? And not only that, with all the people that got on that was on his page, some of these people are inboxing me stuff and saying stuff to me that I have ignored for over close to whenever he made that video. So when I made the video, I didn't recap that video the first time. I just came out and said something against the things that he said. This was my first time recapping that video. I didn't have the video up and I'm showing you letting you hear what he's saying and then me going back and forth. I did that in response to the people that was sending me messages in my inbox. And like I said, I can respond. If people sending me stuff and I feel like I'm going to respond to it. I'm going to respond to it if I want to. Like I said, I'm going to say what I want to. Y'all not go tell me what I can and cannot say. You need to just go and get offline. Imagine somebody telling you, go somewhere and get offline. Please. My mama told me that. No. I could do what I want to do on my page. You ain't got to watch it. You ain't got to watch it. You say I'm boring for a reason. I'm boring for a reason. I'm going to be boring to you because I'm not talking to you anyway. I'm not talking to you anyway. You're not supposed to see this video. You're not supposed to see my face. If you see it on YouTube for the first time, then you're not supposed to see my face. Right? And I know some people that's on my page is going to you. So I know you go get that information. So if you see this on YouTube, I'm not talking to you. If you see this video on YouTube, I'm not talking to you. If you take this video, right? If you take this, thank you. If you take this video and put it on YouTube, I never cleared it for you to do that. Right? I ain't cleared. It was one time, maybe twice, where I said that, hey, y'all can take this one and go over there with it. But I ain't put it on myself. Even though I got a YouTube channel, I could do that. Because I'm sticking with everything that I said, that I don't want to make a dime off my brother's situation. Now, I can't say that for y'all. Y'all saying he look good. He all this and he all that. And y'all making money off of him. And y'all supposed to ride for him. But y'all making money and making content. And then you using his brother and then trying to connect our relationship that you know nothing about to the reason why I'm jealous of him. If I was jealous of my brother, why would I be coming out now? Why the supporters can't know anything because a couple of ops? Good question. The reason why the supporters can't know anything because of a couple of ops is because the supporters have been going back and forth with me, the so-called supporters. So I don't have no ops. I don't have no supporters. Who am I going to be talking to? Why am I going to give you information? When I came on here, I came on with one update. And that wasn't to y'all either. That was to nobody that wasn't on here prior to June 7th. And I understand. But it's a private matter. That's why I told you that if you don't hear no news, it's good news. And it's not my responsibility to any of his supporters. I am not a part of Bigo. There are people who have access to that information that's privy to Miss White, and Miss White can disseminate that information on her own. The people that I was talking to on my page was the people that was here prior to my brother's accident. Okay? I was not talking to everyone. Now when you came to my page, because I'm his brother, and maybe you wanted content, maybe you wanted more information. But as the time went on, I started seeing things that wasn't true. I'm seeing videos of me out there. I'm seeing stuff. And so I respond to it. I have that right. I'm doing what any brother or sister would do. And I've said that several times over. I have no obligation to his supporters. I have no obligation to you. I'm not receiving any cash apps. That's why I didn't receive no CAs. People have been offering to send me money or give me gifts. Ask them. They've been, and I said no, because if I take your money or I take anything, now I'm obligated to you. I'm obligated to you by way of receiving something. The people who should give you the information is the people that you are sending money to. Those are the people that you need to get in contact with. So I shouldn't even have to break that down to you. I have no obligation to none of you. None. What did you mean? See, this is all great questions. I think, like I said, I am not a member of Bigo. I'm not a member. I have no obligation to any of his supporters. I have an obligation. The reason why I am restraining the things that is pertinent information that I know, right? The reason why I'm restraining that information is solely out of respect for my brother. Now, what you guys do when you find out whatever you find out, that's up to you. I've already told you what I would do if I was you. I already told you what I would do. Wink, wink. I already told you what I would do. But it's up to you to make an informed decision. That's not my job. I'm not a fan. I'm his brother. I have no obligation to neither one of you, whether you are op, friend, or foe. You are op to me if you bringing up my personal business about my brother and you're in contact with my brother and you say you a friend of my brother. Right? You in opposition. I ain't gonna even call you op because that sounds like some Chirac shit. Like we got to get into the nitty gritty and shoot them up, bang, bang. No, I'm in opposition to you and your position. If you don't have any information, you don't stand in any position to me. You don't have no information. You're going off of a bias, or you going off your passion, or you going off or your opinion. Just like I just verified to you that when you called me a liar and said that I lied about not being around my mother because of the restraining order, that was at the initial stages before the restraining order was in full operation, before we went to court. That was when Keith's accident first happened. I was one of the people that was up there in the room. I was one of the ones that had the opportunity to go up there, and I refused to go up there because I didn't want to go up there and see him in that condition. I didn't want to see him in that condition. But I was up there several times. I think I seen Ghost up there. If that's the person who he was when I talked to him, because I really wasn't talking to people. I really wasn't focused on other people that much, except for the people that I knew. And I think he brought up something about fishing, if that was him. Because I did, when I seen his video, I said, oh, I think I probably might have ran into him when I was at the hospital, but he know. Do you think the people on Bigo, his friends, are exploiting your brother? I told you what I felt about that. I think everybody who takes money, I'm gonna put a blanket statement out here, okay? I feel like everyone who's taking money at this time with content over my brother are exploiting the situation. Right? This is a serious situation. This is not a big old thing. This is somebody's life that's affected by this situation. I think that, you know, when everybody is on there and you guys are making content and you going back at one another and it's fair game, you know, a fair exchange is not a robbery. But I feel like if somebody is out of the game and now you exploiting personal things and trying to get into, you know, I would go so far as that's exploiting the situation, right? I know that people have content and they make content on there, and that's the biggest part of that thing, because they put me on there for content, and I'm not even talking to them. They saying that I'm boring, but they need me for content, because if they make money off of me, I can't be that boring because you making money off of me. I'm not making money off y'all. I'm saying I come over here and I may say your name, right? And I'm not making no money from that. That's just information. So, I mean, you can say yeah, you can say no, but I'm just going to say it's exploiting a situation that I feel like my brother is not, he's not in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, as far as what I seen, it's not a lot of good content on there. I mean, and people are starting to see that now. You know, we know what Keith was to that app. So, I mean, even his enemies say, you know, if your enemies have some sense of respect for you, then, I mean, they ain't gonna come out and say it, but they know what it is, bro. Like, that need not be said. The guy was entertained. Now, I mean, you guys, outside of him being my brother, if you looked at even the response from people that's hanging on right now, you know that he was good at what he did. So you can't take that from him. But I think people, I mean, I only think that they could exploit it. You know what I'm saying? They can only exploit the situation because, you know, you hear a lot of conspiracy theories now, like, oh, maybe he went to jail. He not, you know, it's a whole bunch of stuff around there, and people ain't gonna waste their time doing all that stuff if that person was insignificant. You know, they even using my stuff for content because I'm his brother, and I'm not looking for y'all attention. I don't care if y'all don't. I'm addressing personal things. If I was looking for attention, I'd be on here trying to collect money. When you think I'd be on here trying to collect some money. So it's always about following the bag, bro. To me, I ain't making no money from none of this. I think everybody that's making money off the situation is exploiting the situation. That's what I think. If you talking about me and then you say, yeah, yo, send me beans, send me a box, send me this and all this or whatever. You know, I need to get 4 stars or whatever this is. You know, that's content. That's content, bro. That's exploiting the situation. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's just the truth. Now, would I expect that from his enemies? Of course. I mean, but would he do it to his enemies? I mean, from what I saw, he did do it, to be truthful. Do I like that? No, I don't agree with that kind of stuff. I don't support that kind of stuff, but I'm not a part of Bigo. So that's how y'all get down. It's grimy. It's dirty. It's nasty. And everybody was telling me I don't know what I signed up for. I signed up for IG. That's what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for none of that. I didn't go to y'all platform and create no content. Y'all came over here and took my content and went over there and then y'all trying to tell me I don't know what I signed up for. What did I sign up for? I signed up for IG a long time ago, before this accident even happened. What are you talking about? Let's keep it 100. Y'all trying to make me out to be a liar on my own IG about my own family. Why would his brother have to lie? That's stupid. That's a fact. If you can't see I love my brother and my brother love me, he would have never, if all those things was true, like I said before, and I reiterated again, if all those things was true and he felt that way about me and he didn't feel it, why was he with me? Why was he at my house? Why did he come? Why was he able to come here and spend time? We spent the whole day together. We didn't just spend an hour or two. We spent the whole day together. In fact, I didn't even see him with his phone. He wasn't even on live when I was with him. He wasn't even on live. And y'all say he on live every day. He wasn't on live that day. On the 6th, he was. Go and look the records up. Go and pick up the 6th. Did you hear about the party the Spade having for Keith Burton? Yeah, I seen that. Well, I don't like it. But, I mean, if that's the way, I just think anything would be suspicious, bro. And I think you would be suspicious if people was throwing birthday parties for your brother and he was in the hospital or he in recovery and he not there. you know, and to know these people you get money with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't seem right to me. If you go throw a birthday party for how many people have thrown a birthday party for somebody and the person wasn't there? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. But I mean, it's just a part of what they do. You know, I think it's just bad business, and it's personal to the family because the family, what family members go be there? What family members go be there? What about all these people that I'm talking to on a daily basis? So what advice would you give the supporters who are waiting on him to return? Will they just be waiting and no information ever other than it's private? Will, you know what? I'm going to reiterate this again. That's not my responsibility. I've already given my advice several times. With situations like this, if you know somebody has had a traumatic brain injury, what's the timetable you got on that? Think about it. What do you think? What timetable would you give? There's no way you can give a timetable for that. We don't know what will happen in regards to that. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's be logical. It depends on what are these supporters there for? Are these supporters there for entertainment? Because of the entertainment aspect of it it's different supporters. They there for different reasons. So based on what you there for, if it's for entertainment, if it's for advice, it's different strokes for different folks. So I don't know. I can't tell. Broad, I say, wait till you get back. Hey, Miss Stephanie. That's them waiting. And you know, all of us is waiting. We all waiting, no matter what. Everybody that is dealing with this situation is dealing with this situation from the standpoint that we're waiting. We are all waiting. Everybody is waiting. Right? So what do? I go to work. You know, I move on with my life. It was my plan to have a birthday party at my house for my brother this year. That was my thing that I wanted to do. When we first started talking, I was making plans to have a birthday party for my brother because I never thrown a birthday party for my brother. So I wanted to throw a birthday party for my brother this year. And I didn't get a chance to do that. So yeah. He could be in the hospital for a year or more, sadly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. I don't have a PhD, and I don't know how God is working on this situation, but I know he's getting better. That's all I can say. I know from what I saw that things was getting better. So, but I can't give a timetable on what, and I'm not going to talk about what his condition is because that's not my place to tell no supporters. That's a private matter. Only certain few people know that. You know, so I wouldn't do that out of respect for my brother. Everything that I'm doing is out of respect. I don't care about nobody else. Real talk. I don't care about nobody else. I care about what would my brother do if he was in this situation with me. I think he'd cuss all y'all out. I think he'd do the very same thing that I'm doing. If I was if I was him and he was me, he would be doing the same thing, if not worse. He'd do the worst he'd cut everybody down. I know it for a fact. I don't care how much y'all say. Y'all depending on something that don't have no legs. Y'all have to depend on what y'all opinion is that y'all think that this man don't have respect and love for me. Anybody else that know me will tell you contrary. You will find nobody in my family, even if they didn't like me, they wouldn't say anything disrespectful. They just wouldn't talk to me. But it's too far and in between where you go find somebody who, I would argue that nobody don't like me. Because I don't disrespect nobody like that. Now everybody got different lives. They do different things. But nobody, every place I go, I don't have that kind of disrespect, outright disrespect. I'm always respected where I go. From my older cousin to, I'm one of the two oldest on this side. So everybody, if you ask the oldest one, he say that he younger than me. He have a lot of respect for me. I've helped people out as far as with advice for family, moral support. It's been a lot of people that stayed in my home. I supported. Real talk. I'm not lying. So one thing we know about each other is that, just because we two different people don't mean that we got to be, at odds when we come around each other, and we not. That's just the truth. When I seen him for the first time, it was no problem. When I seen my brother, like a month after I saw him the last time, it was no issue at all. And some stuff happened before the time we started talking too. My cousins know about it. That we was go handle some stuff with that too. But it didn't get to that. When I saw him, it was all love. It wasn't no cussing, it wasn't no fussing, it wasn't none of that. It was all love. God do things in his own time. Absolutely no family member ever said it was TBI. We only suspected it because of the accident. Now we know he suffered TBI. Well, you know what? I mean, if you couldn't tell from what I said, if I said cognitive reasoning, you don't think that's TBI? You don't think that's TBI to some extent? Of course it is. That's foolishness. I'm not giving you I ain't giving you nothing that I ain't already said. Y'all just looking for stuff. That's what I'm saying. You look for stuff, you go find it. Period. You just looking for something. Siblings go through changes, but you don't stop loving each other. Not us. This ain't Cain and Abel. Right? The first murder was between two brothers. Right? We don't have that relationship. And both of them was two different people. So, and Cain didn't love his brother. If he did, he wouldn't have killed him. I love my brother, so you have your opinion about whatever. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people come on here and they trying to catch me up in something and say something. I'm way too more sophisticated than that. Whatever I'm saying it for a reason. It ain't even to y'all sometimes. It's to get to the people that y'all dealing with. So, which everybody else is just collateral damage because everybody else is coming to me for information. They certainly, you wouldn't be asking me these questions if the people that is his true is supposed to be responding to the supporters was giving you that information, so you came to me. That's okay. You go get the truth and you go get just enough for you to run back and go and tell them, and then they, it's feeding into what I want anyway. I don't deal with the app. That's good, pretty brown skin. Because I don't either. I think it's TBI being a part of that. It's crazy for them to think he would forgive people off the internet and not his own blood brother. That's insane. Absolutely. I mean, that's the whole garbage with it. So that's the truest statement ever made. If you can forgive somebody for trying to take your life, and you can forgive somebody wishing death on you, and then make them a part of your organization, but you can't forgive your blood brother. That's crazy. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that insensitive. This video going to be all over Bingo tomorrow. That's why I got on here. I know all of them going to be on Bingo tomorrow. I watch you on YouTube. I don't do Bigo. That's good because it's good information on there. It's centered on positivity. It's nothing negative. I mean, Bigo is a dark world. I think it's the ugliest part of our culture. I wish it didn't exist, but it does, and people got to make money, and I understand that, so I ain't trying to ruin nobody's bag. But at the same time, I don't want them trying to be invasive and create a narrative to destroy my relationship with my brother, even though it can't happen. But the perception that people projecting out there is creating a narrative that really doesn't exist. And they still come in. My grandson has a TBI, so it's all familiar to me, unfortunately. Yeah, well, that's true. They're speaking on things they know nothing about. It's really disrespectful and sick, to be honest. I'm keeping you on. I appreciate that. Yep. If you go to my YouTube page, you will see I am. You're going to be there, content. That's okay. I have been for the last couple of times I've been out. It's a specific reason why. And then I see how people are. They just, it's crazy. I know TV Killer cover me. I know he do. So is they lying when they say they talk to him on the phone respectfully? I don't know. I don't think, I mean, if you know my brother, if you know what he about, would it make a difference? Because he not talking to y'all. That's all I'm going to say about that. I really don't. I already told you, basically. Bigo isn't all bad, though. It just has hosts who go bad. Okay. From my perspective, what I saw, I think it's, as far as our people is concerned, it's not a favorable thing for anybody. It's too dark. It's a dark culture. It's operating on a low frequency. And people are just chatty, like gossipers and backbiters. That's in the Bible. You can't say you believe in God and yet you continue to sin. You can't say, oh, well, God knows my heart. He knows all our heart. And he'll throw your bad heart in hell too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't good enough for him to know him to know your heart. Are you doing what he told you to do? That's what makes a difference. Yes, they lying. Well, if they are lying, wouldn't you think that would be terrible? If you say that you talked to somebody on the phone, what did he say? What you need to ask them is what he said. Did he say anything to them? You could talk to a baby that's in the incubator. What is that baby saying to you? That's the difference. What is he saying? Right? So get your own answer. You said you talked to somebody. Did you say you had a conversation? Look for the key words, y'all. Y'all do that well on Bigo. Y'all look at key words, but see, y'all just don't be having facts. Y'all live in speculation. Y'all live in speculation, hypotheticals. You know what I'm saying? And then it creates a narrative to people that's ill-informed that don't know nothing. And so they clinging on to that information because they think it suits how they feel or their bias. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't like that. It ain't based on facts. It's based on how people feel about a person. You know, it's like elevating man. And the Bible says, curse is the man who put his confidence in man. You can't put your confidence in people. They'll mislead you, especially if they don't know anything. They are sick saying he coming back on his man. Yeah, well, listen, if you see him back on his birthday, then you know that's the truth. The Bible says you could tell a false prophet because what he says comes to pass. So if he don't come back on August 30th, which I believe he will not come back on August 30th. I'm just telling you that from myself, from what I saw. If he don't come back on August 30th, as that person said, then you know they are a false prophet. Don't believe nothing that they say. I love people saying certain things and making definitive statements, because when it don't come to pass, then you know you can't trust those people. It's simple as that. He is. He go deal with everybody. The Bible says you reap what you sow, sooner than you sow, later than you sow. It's seed being put into us. The word is seed. I don't put bad seed out there, because then you go reap a harvest. Whatever I'm putting into you, that's seed. That's a word. It manifests itself as you continue to listen to it, conjure it, and then you're going to manifest the fruits from that, right? So a lot of people maintained a sense of peace when I came out the first time. So that's it. That's telling you that you felt the fruits, and the fruits was good when I first came out. It gave you a sense of stability and peace, right? But all the other seed that they spreading ain't bringing no comfort. You know why? Because it's corrupted seed. It can't bring anything. It can't breed anything. There is no life in that. See what I'm saying? That's why I was trying to explain to the people that was on my YouTube page, is that we are soil. We made from soil, right? Our body is comprised of water, and God is light. He manifests our fruits, that comes from the words that we speak and we say to other people. It plants a seed either of corruption or godliness. Godliness can only come from truth and righteousness. Things that's unseasoned will fall by the wayside because it cannot grow. It won't produce anything. They said the fruits of the Spirit is peace, patience, joy, gentleness. Those were the things that you were feeling when I first came out. So I haven't lied. If I did, it would have manifested some kind of unrighteousness. And that's why all these people that's saying stuff and that's naysayers is not producing anything at all. It's not producing anything, because everybody is still coming to me like, so what is going on? Is it, what you see what I'm saying? They trying to get to me, but you just said that I was a liar, right? Why are you trying to get on my page you see what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense. You contradicting yourself. Why are you putting my videos on the back of me, on the back of you, and then, narrating as I'm speaking, if I'm a liar? It's hypocritical, y'all. And that's stuff that you can look at and see for yourself. That stuff ain't producing no fruit, because it's not substantiated with truth. It's all opinions. All it is just opinions. That's why everybody is still confused and trying to get on my page. Hey, like, what's the tea? It's not tea to me. None of the stuff this is real life. It's not tea to me. It's tea to you. But what does it do? What is it going to do if you had all the information? Just think of that. Have y'all thought of that? If you had all the information you needed to know, what does that go do for you? What would you do if you had all the information? Is there anything he needs to help on his healing journey? Well, I think prayers. I told you already, XXO, which I would associate to be a foo-foo page. I told you, and I'm going to reiterate it again. I'm not responsible for what his supporters send him. That's something you need to talk to the people who you are affiliated with within that camp that's taking donations and or taking gifts. In your honest opinion, how do you think your brother would feel about them exploiting him and the platform he took years to build? obviously anybody that builds something estimates the cost. And everybody wants a return on what they built, right? You have to estimate the cost. And in terms of what I see that's going on, I feel like he'll be, he's put the work in for that. So I would conclude that he would be disappointed. You know, I feel that, and I think that even with his family being dragged into it, I think that would merit some. I mean, considering that if he took a look at what I was saying and the fact that I didn't take no money and I was being genuine, he couldn't say anything. And then other things that I've done that you guys don't know anything about. That if I told you, you'll be like, I know. But I ain't never, I'll let you think that that's how it is. But it shows me if you really for him, or because a supporter go support you whether you in or out. They not, it ain't gonna be contingent on, are you giving me information? No, I mean, the supporter is, I miss him, I ain't seen him, I just want to let you know. Like this female was that's sending me inboxes that I allowed to come in because she's always said nothing but positive things. So, and it's been over a month. She's been doing the same thing, sending prayers, sending support. And I've been watching because I watch everybody. I watch as many people as I can. Some people I just, most of you guys, I don't, I met a couple of people in real life. I did. And, I just think that I think he'd be disappointed. I meing, anytime time pass, I don't think you get in anything like that without wanting to make money. So talk, and like I said, if you want to talk about sending gifts and all, he has people that's over that. I'm not taking no gifts. I'm not taking no money. I've been loyal from the very beginning. And the person that's loyal is gonna stay consistent. I've been consistent. Look at the people that's consistent. Nobody's going to leave at this time unless it's something. And even if you did leave the Bigo thing, you still go find a way to support. If you didn't, you left because you was never with him in the first place. That's real talk. I'm still here when people dropping badges and leaving and doing all that. And then turning on other people and doing all that. No, you wouldn't do that. You're not going to do that. You going to stay consistent. No matter if he in or out. And I'm here. I'm facing all the fire. I don't care about it. I've gotten people making serious things, saying serious things, and I'm still here. I'm not concerned about nobody. Not at all. I'm here for my brother. I think anybody would be. It wouldn't matter. I don't think a jealous person would want to deal with that and be like, oh man, I'm out of here. I ain't dealing with that. Nope. So it's variables to this, y'all. If you're paying attention to the variables, you'll understand. Like, I'm getting heat from people that's a part of, taking care of him. So, and I don't care. I don't care about them. Not in the sense of when it comes to my brother and my love for my brother. I won't let nobody get in the middle of that. So, yeah, I know I'm going to be on all over Bigo. Who cares? I've been on there for a while. But I just want to tell these people, I don't have nothing against you. But when you saying stuff and it's opinionated and it's not stated on facts, because you may have seen some of the videos, maybe you didn't see all of them, because some of the questions that you was asking, they was already answered. You just trying to put it where you want to put it to fit this narrative that I'm just trying to take Keith's spot or I'm jealous of him and all that. You got to do that. If you like Keith and you're not happy about his situation, and if you're a true supporter, you're not gonna talk about me. Cause you go understand, if you talk about me, you're not a true supporter. Cause you don't know the stipulations behind our relationship, and that's far-fetched to start talking about people you don't know. It's far-fetched. And then they call me a liar when you don't have no facts. If you have facts, it'll be different. If you fact-checking through other things and other things people are saying that's not based on anything that's relevant, then of course you go build your own narrative just because of your bias. And I'll let you. I mean, the only reason why I'm coming out here is because they sending me clips of y'all. I wouldn't come out. I wouldn't know anything about none of this stuff. If people weren't sending me clips and showing me stuff, I probably wouldn't even respond to it. But, you know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I responded to KOB, because I kept on getting messages from people. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm like, who is this? Like, let me go and answer this then. That was the first time I answered his video live. You talking about recapping like I'm on Bigo. I don't care about y'all format and what y'all do. That's what y'all do. I can't look at the video and say something to a video just because that's what y'all do over there. I ain't coming over there. I made that known. They're overstepping several boundaries, and it's sad. The real people know this. Anybody that got brothers and sisters, anybody that know, come on, y'all. Do you think it would matter what people were saying if you had something going on with your brother or your sister or your mother, like, and you saw this stuff happen on TV? Just think of the trauma of that. You don't know his kids. I know his kids. You don't know. I know how sensitive the situation is, bro. Like this, y'all doing it because y'all not affected by the other factors in it. Y'all just thinking about him. Y'all don't know nothing else. Y'all don't know. If you don't know him personally outside of that, then you don't know him. Keep it in character, bro. Don't start talking about personal stuff and personal relationships if you just got bits and pieces of it. That's what y'all doing. You getting bits and pieces of stuff, and you trying to piece. You can't build a whole puzzle with 2 or 3 pieces. You can't do that, bro. You insincere if you doing that. You don't have no empathy, no heart, no understanding of real life relationships, none of that. If you do stuff like that, you can't take pieces of somebody's life and then examine it and say, oh yeah, that's what it is. No, you ain't got the full picture. There's been plenty of stuff that's happened. There's been people who wanted to come out and talk that and verify some of the things that I'm saying, but they didn't do it because I got this, bro. And I take all the heat. I'm taking all the heat, and I ain't getting paid for it. Everybody else getting paid. They ain't sending me no money. They not sending me no money. It's a difference if you commentating on content, but if you got my face in the screen and you going over that and you making money, come on, man. Now his perceived enemies, they could do that. Y'all can't if y'all say y'all with him, like, and I'm not giving this to nobody. I know who recording this stuff. I know they there for a reason. They doing what they need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna take up for my brother. I mean, that's what I'm doing, bro. That's exactly what I'm doing. Anybody else would do it. Anybody else would do that. That's why I'm not concerned about what nobody else is talking about. And I ain't got no problem with nobody name I mention. I ain't gonna say that. you wrong for having an opinion, but just respect it for what it is. It's an opinion. And go back in the videos and put this shit together before you start talking about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because what if he come back and say, y'all full of bullshit for saying this? You know, I know he said it in terms of, but listen, he said all that, right? So why we even dealing with each other if that was the case? If that was the case, we ain't gonna be dealing. We're not gonna be dealing with each other like that. Because see, the problem is, and this is what y'all not looking at. If you deal with somebody like that's fake, that's jealous of you, all these things, then what do that say about you? If you go around that person again, it puts you in a bad situation. Either it was a lie or you didn't mean to say it. Or it could be both. Because it definitely couldn't be true if you come in, you jealous of me, right? I'm jealous of you, and or you jealous of me, and I know you jealous of me, and then and you fake, and you all this bad person, and then I'm hanging around with you. Then we going on a private event between me and you. After you done did all, answer that, bro. Go to that. Right. People say a lot of things out of anger, but that doesn't mean you can't forgive and move forward, especially if it is family. It depends on what they say, though. It depends. I agree with that. It's some things you can get over. It's some things that is going to take a while to get over. If you start mentioning somebody's kids or implicating other family members and people having sex with your girl and then you being jealous of them, that's too many traumas. Like and then I'm around you. Then I'm cool with you after I said all that stuff about you. I never came out here and said that stuff about him. I was the recipient of the onslaught, and I wasn't the only one. It's been baby mamas. It's been other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, let's be real though. We not being real, bro. If you around them kind of people and you said all that kind of stuff about them, then what that make you? That's why you gotta be careful what you say about people, because you ain't gonna be at it. All this shit, what's bad for y'all too, is all this stuff is recorded. So, you know, everything is recorded for quality assurance. So it's gonna be seen, everything that you saying. And I'm saving all these videos too. I make sure I save every video so I can see. I got the storage where I save a lot of these videos, because I'll be like, this your man's right here. Yeah, I think it'd be more difficult for you to forgive somebody who's not family because you don't see them on a continuous basis. You don't have to deal with people on the outside. That's why his enemies could be like they are towards him, because they don't really have no attachment to him like that. So if they don't have an attachment to him like that, then it's easier for them to have disdain or anger or unending, relentless hostility towards him, because they don't have anything. We love him. He our family. We just know him to be this kind of person at times. So, you know, you have to accept the good with the bad when it comes to your family. You know, not that it can't distance you for a while from that person, you know, but if it continues to happen and it's habitual, then it's something that I don't want to have that kind of bad seed in my life. You know, I think it's just, you know, it's just, I don't want to have to deal with stuff on that, with that. You know, nobody want to deal with that on a continuous basis. You know, I want my energy to be positive. I want things to be positive. I'm certainly not on here to go back and forth with nobody. I'm here to stand up for what I believe in, and I could do what I want to do on my own page. You know what I'm saying? I could say what I want to say about my brother. Y'all, everybody can't. you know. But I ain't came out here disrespectful. That's what they saying. And it's basically because they may not like me for whatever reason. They may not like how I look. They may not like how I talk. It's all about the redemption. We all sin and we fall short. That is correct, but we don't make it a habit too. The Bible says no one that is in Christ Jesus will continue to sin. Right? So that means that we have to stop doing. We can't continue to sin and say we got God. He said anybody that continues in sin and says they know the Son or the Father is a liar. So you can't continue to make a habitual lifestyle out of doing the things that God said don't do. Period. And I don't do that. I'm not going to come on here and lie. You know who the father of all liars is? The devil. That's his native tongue. Right? I'm coming out here with truth. Seasoned stuff. Things that bring life, not death. I'm saying positive things. I'm being authentic. I don't have to say none of this stuff, but I'm saying it because I want people to see the side of my brother that I see. I want you to know that I was on my brother too about some of the things that he did and I didn't agree with, especially when it came to God. It was a lot of things that I didn't agree with. And I spoke to him about it. Right? I don't agree with all that stuff. I mean, if you know, you can't say I'm not a believer because I stand up for my brother and I'm not going to let nobody talk about something that don't even have nothing to do with the situation. Y'all talking about personal matters. I can say what I want to say. I can come out. God ain't never told us that we ain't supposed to defend ourselves in the face of. He said we had supposed to have a response to when somebody says something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to have a response. You're supposed to stand up for what's right because it's right. And I don't take a consensus from nobody I'd be saying this even if nobody was with me and everybody was against me. I'm going to say what's right. You ain't got to like me. I don't know you. If you knew me, it'd be different. When I said I got a wife, I said that because, you know, I'm stable in my life as far as when it comes to a woman. I'm not getting on here. I haven't accepted no naked pictures. I haven't tried to talk to no women on here. I'm saying I'm content with myself. I ain't knocking my brother. My brother has his own lifestyle. I can't. He ain't got to live by my standards. He a grown man. All of us have a choice to make. If that's what he like, that's what he do. This his life. He choose what he want to do with his life. I'm saying that when I say I have a wife, I said I'm stable in my life. I'm stable. I have a foundation. Right? I'm solid. I don't have to come out here and try to impress somebody. A single person isn't trying to impress people and trying to do because they're courting. I'm solid on what I'm doing. I never disrespect no sisters out here by trying to sleep with nobody or trying to, you know, I ain't doing. I'm solid with what I'm doing. You know, I'm content with what I have and, you know, that's just who I am. I don't care about how you think I look, so what? I didn't make me. God made me. Whatever he made me, that's what I am. I ain't go let me have this kind of nose. Let me have these kind of eyes. I wasn't up there when he made me. You know what I'm saying? He did what he made me. So when you talking about me, you talking about his creation. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do that to people. You don't see me getting on here talking about how you look. Who cares? You ain't my woman, and I ain't your man. You ain't got to worry about how I look. My wife is in the bedroom. That's what I'm saying. Why is that's the most complicated thing to me ever. Me listening to what people, I'm not listening to what they saying. You know what I'm saying? Per se, you know. I'm doing what I want to do. If I want to answer you, I can answer you. If I don't want to answer you, I won't answer you. They talking about TBI. Well, okay. When did I've always said that. I said that in the very first video. You know, you saw him on the ground and he was unconscious other than breathing, and he didn't have a helmet on. Put 2 and 2 together. And you haven't heard from him in 2 months. Put 2 and 2 together. You hear people talking and saying things about him, but have you heard from him? Have you heard what he said? No. Until you do. That's self-explanatory, done. That's common sense, y'all. I told you that in the first video. But I did say he was getting better. I told you initially yesterday or the day before yesterday, I said, when I saw this thing this morning, I saw something, right? I saw something. And I told you about the camera. I saw something and I said, yeah, now I'm good. I feel a little bit better. I said I didn't feel like that at first. I didn't feel like that at first. But now since I saw what I saw, I felt better. So what should that tell you? And then you should ask yourself, everybody that's inquiring, you should ask yourself, if somebody is getting better, let them get better. What do you want him here for if you're a supporter? Do you want him here for moral support? He can't give you that. Do you want him here to entertain you? He can't do that for you. You're going to wait just like everybody else is going to wait. And it's not going to be his first priority. I do support that theory that it won't be his first priority to come on here and entertain anybody. So I told you to go on with your life. That's what I said. But you still have a choice when I say that. You can wait. And what are you going to do in the meantime, in between time? You're going to keep on trying to siphon for more and more information. So I said, don't do that. Go on, do what you got to do. I'm going to work. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm studying the Bible. I'm doing stuff with my life. Don't stop your life for nobody. You still have to live. You still have to do what you got to do and continue to pray. And what if he decide he don't want to come back? Then what are you going to do? Now, I'm not saying don't support who you feel. If you supporting him for the things that he has already done. That's what you supporting him for. Right? Because you were getting a service from something that he was doing. So therefore, if you're a legitimate supporter, you will continue to do that. Now, support don't have to be in nothing but prayers. That's what I called for when I came on here. Now, whatever you do from henceforth is your choice. If you decide you want to throw a birthday party, throw a birthday party. If you decide you want to do whatever you want to do, whatever that would give you closure, whatever that would give you peace with this situation, please do it. Only thing that I ask is let me have my relationship with my brother. Stop trying to define my relationship with my brother based on a 3-year-old video that and misinformation that you get from other people that's trying to disseminate information that doesn't hold with the integrity of our relationship. That's all I'm saying. If they truly love and support Keith, they would put their energy into positivity and keeping those snakes from taking over his platform. I don't know anything about his platform. That's a Bigo thing. That's a Bigo thing. I don't have nothing to do with that. That's why I'm not on there. I don't have nothing to do with that unless somebody come out and say something that's his supporters, that's his alleged supporters. I haven't said nothing to his enemies at all. Not one thing. Why would I? Just think of it. Why would I? If you an enemy to him before he went, you not gonna be a friend of him when he gone. So what am I gonna say to them? I expect the hate. Where I don't expect the hate to be in is the people that support my brother. So why are they attacking me? Oh, you did the first report, so you don't have shit to say. But y'all sending me messages. Y'all ain't the only ones talking. It's other people that's talking to me every single day. It's other people that's sending me messages every single day saying stuff to me about what this person doing and what that person doing. So it's not just you. You think that it's just me and you and I'm coming on here for me and you. I ain't even talking to y'all if y'all ain't on my page. I'm not even talking to you. If you see this on YouTube, I'm not talking to you. You're not supposed to be saying this. It's private. So if you watch it, then if you watching something you don't want to watch, that's a mental problem to me. That's mental instability. I think that need to be classified in the DSM because, you know, a lot of people do stuff and you like, why are you doing it if you don't want to do it? You don't think you have a choice? Are people that ill-informed that they have to sit down? How much time you got in a day to sit down and watch something that you don't want to watch? Or listen to somebody you don't want to hear? Or see something and you calling it a lie? He a lie. He lying. He ain't telling the truth. That's insanity. It is. It's ridiculous. Like, what are you wasting you ain't got no time. The only thing you doing, I don't like him. He ugly. He lying. You sitting here saying something about somebody you don't want to see. Why are you in the theater? If it's a movie I ain't interested in, guess what I ain't doing? I'm not gonna go in and sit in the seat, and I'm definitely not gonna pay for it. You paying for people to talk about somebody that you don't even like and you think is a liar. I'm going to send you a bean. You a hypocrite. What R. Kelly say? Think. Just think about it. You go to a movie that you don't want to watch and you go sit in the chair and watch the whole movie and pay to get in there. And paid to get in there. This is how smart. I'm about to go to bed, y'all. I talk to y'all. Hey, have a good night. Continue to pray for my brother. I can say he's getting well. I told you from the very beginning what the state of his mind was, and you already knew what it was when I came out the first time. Everything I said thereafter was rebuttals based on things that people have been sending and saying to me. I'm not going to shut down my page. I made a decision. I'm not going to shut it down for nobody. I don't have to get bent out of shape about what nobody else is saying. I don't care what you think about our relationship, but you going to have to answer to him if you're wrong. And I'm telling you're wrong. And if you come out here and say something different, I mean, hey, what can I say? I ain't take a dime, and I ain't trying to, I'm not trying to do nothing to dishonor my brother's quote unquote legacy. Right? Thank you guys. Have a good night. Hope prayers to you all as well and your families as you continue to support mine and my brother, and just continue to keep the faith, and just be patient. If you waiting on him, depending on what you waiting on him for, my suggestion is just live your life and, let things be as they may. and be confident and peaceful until he come back. I wouldn't be concerned about it. If you're a supporter, you just go support him regardless. That's what I think. So peace. Have a good night, y'all. Hey, how you doing?